on the rise now. Endless celebrations all in my house. Levitating now, I'm super duper fly now.
Hello, good morning, well, it's not even good morning. I'm so used to saying good morning to you. Good afternoon. Kiddo's on the sofa eating ice cream. Hello. It's been a hot minute since I last streamed. Oh my goodness, have I missed it? Oh, it's been so weird. So for those of you that didn't know, I didn't stream all last week because it was the kids' half term. Hello, Jamie and Ada, how are you? I haven't streamed all week. Thank you very much for the host. Haven't streamed all week. It's been very strange. I was going to try and stream, but because the weather's been pretty nice, we've been out a lot. We went to the cinema, been to the park.
Going to get a new Build-A-Bear.
But she has an extra day off today, so we're here. How are you doing, Dreaming and Ada? How are you doing, lovely? How have you been? Yeah, so that's what we've been up to. Having lots of fun. Back to school tomorrow, isn't it? Yeah. She's probably not too happy about, but she's just picking out an ice cream right now. We've just got back from the park. I normally stream in the morning, but we had to go. I ran out of washing up liquid like yesterday, so I had a kitchen full of pots to sort out, and then Kiddo wanted to go to the park, didn't you, love, before lunch, so that's what we did. What did you see? I'm currently off work illness. Oh no, I'm so sorry to hear that. Well, I hope you're feeling better soon. No, thank you, Loopy. Oh gosh, hang on, let me switch scenes. The cat's already. No, Loopy. I figured out why my webcam was blurry too. We went to go and see Smallfoot. I don't know if you've heard of it. No, Mr. Mooch, come on. You don't want to eat that. It's yarn. Yes, he's a Mr. Mooch. Come on. He's a Mr. Move Your Butt. Yeah, we went to go and see Smallfoot, which is... Thanks for walking on the keyboard. Good, sir. Cheers for that. Thank you. It was a movie about a Yeti, wasn't it? About like a village of Yetis. I don't know if you've heard of it. Can you? No, thank you. No. Come on. Go. No. No.
And also one of the Yetis found a human which has a small foot.
Yes, one of the Yetis found a human, which they called a Smallfoot.
So that's why they called the movie.
Kitty! He's
that's why they called the movie
being
Smallfoot.
mischievous. That's why they did. That is why they called the movie Smallfoot. Yes.
Because there was a small foot in it.
But you enjoyed it, didn't you? You liked it.
Yeah, and halfway through I said I want to go home, Mom.
You did, yeah. They have good deals on at the cinema. So on a weekend in a morning, I know all the cinemas do this, but they have a kids showing of like a movie where you can go in, and it's, if you're like, for like me and her to go, it's only £2.50 each a ticket. So that's normally on like a Saturday, I think, and a Sunday morning, and then in the half term it's like every day of the half term. So we try and take advantage, don't we? So it was only the second time she went to the cinema, but she enjoyed it. She is. I've been putting some oh my god, some of the things she comes out with, I've been writing them on Twitter because I was like, I need to tell people these things. She's so funny. She's like a little old sassy lady, lives inside her mind, isn't it? She's nodding away, but she's got a mouthful of ice cream. But I hope you're feeling better soon. That sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, but I will show you something that I made that I think you would like. Well, I hope so. So I've really gotten into doing more. The cat's on the back of my chair. I've been getting into doing more cross stitch because I had loads of threads ages ago and I made a couple of things, but then I kind of stopped because I just don't have the time and the space to have like all these different crafts. So, but I got a kit from my mum for Christmas, and so I did this the other week, and it's so cute. I was so happy with it. The camera's a bit glary, but yeah, it's so cute. And I figured out I was getting really frustrated. So when I did a crochet stream a couple of weeks ago, the camera was blurry and I could not figure out why. So I googled it today because I moved USBs. I tried to do all sorts. I cleaned it. I was like, what is going on? Turns out I didn't have the camera resolution set to 1080p. It was set to like 630. I was like, no wonder it was so blurry. But yeah, so she wants me to frame it and put it in her room. It was on a hoop, but I want to use the hoop for something else. I have kind of like a decorative hoop that I might put it in. But I feel like I need to iron it, and that's what I need to look up and research and kind of figure out is the best way to iron it. Because I'm very, very new to cross stitch. I don't know a lot of things, so that's my plan.
I'm really good at backstitch.
You are really good at backstitch. She's been making things. But thank you. I'm glad you like it. So, a lady that I follow called The Crafty Concept over on Instagram does beautiful patterns. She made a puff stitch pillow pattern. And I used the centre of it to make this little bag for kiddo. So she made a free pattern for a pillow, and it's basically this pattern, but obviously bigger and bigger and bigger. So I took that and then made a matching just flat piece and made it into a little bag, which is really cute. I might change the camera a little bit because I'm not used to having all the sunshine. Sunshine. Is it the game? No. Is it the exposure? Yes. On a cloudy day. There we go. That sounds a bit better. But yeah, so that's what I did with it. And she has loads of different patterns. She has like one that's like a cactus that's really cute, like a cactus cushion and stuff. And recently she hit a milestone. I think it was it 10,000 on Instagram or something like that? It was really cool. And she's doing really, really well. And so she asked the people on Instagram if she was going to give one of the patterns away for free as like make one of her patterns free. Which one would it be as like a celebration thing? And I believe this is her most sold pattern. It's called a Claire Bun Beanie. I'll put the pattern in. I did exclamation mark pattern and actually did some work this morning before stream, so that should be there. So you can make it as a messy bun, so it has the hole in the top for a ponytail to go out of, or a bun. And it's basically just a puff stitch beanie. I've tried to make one myself before, but it didn't work out too great. So I figured I would make one using her pattern. So that's what we're going to do today. So I'm just on making the brim. I started doing this the other day. It is for an adult. She said if you want to do it for... It's got crumbs on it because I've been eating toast. If you do want to do it for a child to go down a hook size, but My yarn, I believe, is a little bit thinner than what she uses, possibly. So we shall see. I'm just going to look at the stream on my phone just to make sure that the music volume's alright. What have you been up to? Ada, what have you been doing? Have you been making anything? I know obviously you've been ill, so it's probably not been that easy to try and get stuff done. Double me. Is the music too loud? I can hear it on my phone, so I know it's loud enough, but is it too loud? I can turn it down a little bit. Put it on there. Sometimes it's too loud, sometimes it's too quiet. Getting the balance is just blah blah blah. So yeah, that's what I figured we would do today. It was either this or knitting a scarf. So I made myself a rainbow scarf. We actually started knitting it on stream. It was really fun. I knitted myself a rainbow scarf, and then I have this. It was King Cole Sprite yarn that's like pink and blue and turquoise and grey. It's gorgeous stuff. And I had it for a while and I didn't know what to do with it. And then I was like, Kiddo has a lot of really Kiddo has a lot of really thick, fluffy scarves that she struggles to fit inside coats. So when I saw it, I was like, oh, that'd make a lovely scarf for her. What pattern can I use? And I love the pattern that I used for my scarf. It's like a fan. So you have like increases and kind of decreases to make like a lacy bit and a fan kind of look.
No.
That's what I'm doing for you, isn't it?
No.
What? No, doll. No, doll. So we're doing single crochet in the back loop only for the next 9 stitches. I've done quite a few. You meant to do 50 rows. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, you can until I've finished, but you need to turn the telly off. Okay? And that's only because it's the last day of the holidays. Have you finished your ice cream? Have you finished the ice cream? Yeah? Wait, can you go and take it away then? I woke up this morning to find that Boyf had walked his...
Mum, I'm keeping that spoon inside her.
Well, I don't want the spoon to go in the bin. So yeah, just put it on the side in the kitchen and I'll sort it. He had what looked like put his work boots on or something and walked through the kitchen and the bathroom, and there was just mud everywhere. I know it's dark when he gets up, so he probably didn't see it, but
It's probably Dad's shoes.
yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah.
We did go to the park on Friday.
Yeah, and Dad does wear his shoes for a long time.
Yeah, he does, doesn't he? So he might have picked up some mud there, but it was a right mess. So I had to hoover the kitchen and the bathroom, which is, I mean, I do sometimes anyway because it's easier. I'll hoover it before I mop it. I don't have a brush, and it's like a, what would you call it? Lino? Like a lino finally floor thing? I don't know what it's made of. But yeah, it's that kind of floor. So I mop it every day, but rather than sweeping it, because I don't have a brush, it's just easy to hoover. So I had to hoover the floor at like 7 o'clock. No, that's a lie. We didn't get up at 7, did we? We got up late today, and I didn't realise what time it was. We got up at like 9, and Minnie came and got in my bed, didn't you? With her giant Pikachu. So when we went to, she got some birthday money off her auntie. Okay. She got some birthday money off her auntie. So when we went into town to see the cinema, she decided that she wanted to buy herself a Build-A-Bear, didn't you?
This is a Pikachu.
And she's wanted it for ages. She loves Pokemon and Pikachu. So they do a Pikachu and an Eevee in Build-A-Bear. And she'd been after the Pikachu for ages. But, I mean, for what they are, they're quite expensive. They're like 20, I think Pikachu was £21.50. But as like a birthday present, it's perfectly fine. So she got a bit of money from my sister, her auntie, and that's what she decided to do with it. And she got a smell in it, because they do smells. And it was like it was called something weird like Sparkle Magic, and the picture was like a pink sparkly rainbow, and the actual like little smelly thing was like glittery and pink, which was really cool. But now it's been in there a few days, it just smells like banana. It's really strange, and I don't know whether that's Pikachu's because Pikachu's yellow, that we're kind of thinking, oh, yellow, and then your mind's kind of making you think banana, or what. It's strange. Her best friend at school has one of the, if you've seen How to Train Your Dragon, well, the adverts at least, or if you've seen How to Train Your Dragon 3, I'm not sure if it's out yet, the white kind of toothless dragon. It's not toothless, I can't remember her name, but the white dragon that's like toothless, it's one of those, and she got the same smell. That's how we knew about it, and hers doesn't smell like banana, so I don't know, it's strange. But, you know, who knows what a rainbow smells like? Maybe that's what rainbows smell like bananas. Maybe. I've never smelled a banana. I've never smelled a banana. I've never smelled a rainbow. Have you? No. No, you never smelled a rainbow either? I kind of thought a rainbow would smell like cupcakes, though. What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah? Or like...
Cupcakes smell like rainbows.
Like sweets or cake.
Cake would be a good one.
Yeah, that's what I'd think. Although they did have a cupcake smell, didn't they? She has a My Little Pony Build-A-Bear that smells like candy floss, and it is so good. It is so, so good. The only problem with her Pikachu one is, so when they do the smell, it's like this plastic thing, and they rub it all over the teddy, and then they put it inside the teddy. I didn't realise, because you can't, it's like on the belly of the pony, so you couldn't really tell it was there. And I was just like, oh, they rub it on, and then, you know, the smell stays for ages. That's so cool. And then we got Pikachu, and it was like, why does he have a funny, weird, like, dark shape on his tummy? And we felt it, and that's actually where they'd put the smelly bits, was the dark bit on his tummy. So, I mean, there's nowhere else really for them to put it, but yeah, it was weird. Very strange. But I hope you guys have had a lovely week. What have you been up to? What have you been doing? It's been nice that it's been sunny to be today, to be honest. It's nice to get back crocheting as well. And I'm glad I got my camera sorted. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of knitting in the evenings. Not really been on the PC much at all. And the cat's next door to me making a right racket. Are you okay there, good sir? Yeah, I haven't been on the PC much at all. I've tried to get on a little bit. Play some Don't Starve. I was actually up until 2 in the morning. Well, I actually was up till like somewhere between 4 AM and 6 AM I fell asleep. I woke up at 6, but I'm not 100% sure when I actually fell asleep. Somewhere after 4 o'clock. That was the last time I checked my phone for the time. But I was up until about 2:30, 3 playing City Skylines. I've been watching Sips's old playthrough. And I was just like, oh, I haven't played City Skylines in so long. I was so excited to play it again. And I got really into it. It was funny because I still have the saves from like when I played it on stream last and when I did a little bit in my own time. And it was weird because I don't remember getting as far as I did. Like, I remember playing the game, but I'm pretty sure last time I played, well, I think the one and only time I played City Skylines on stream was during a night stream. I think Boyf was either not at work the next day or he was working away, so he wasn't here. So I stayed up really late streaming, if I remember rightly. And so I can't remember a lot of what we did, but I had like trains and all sorts. It was really cool. So I started a new one and then that was me done. I was just, yeah, but it didn't even feel like I'd been awake, like I'd been playing that long. I didn't get on the PC till like 11:30, I think, that night. So it wasn't like I'd been on for like 10 hours playing. It's probably like 3 or 4, but yeah, that was a lot of fun. Later this week, probably tomorrow, I've got a new game for us to play. A PR person, I think it was a PR person, yes, got in touch with me on Twitter and asked if I wanted a key. And to be honest, if I'd have seen it on Keymailer, I would have probably asked for a key anyway. But yeah, asked if I wanted one. It looks really cool. What was it called? There's a few on Keymailer that I want to go through and play, but I'm going to take a day, I think, and play like a couple of them for like an hour each on a couple of streams so we can kind of try them out. So it's called Macrotis, A Mother's Journey. Help Mother Bilby as she struggles underground to find her children in this magical indie 2.5D puzzle platform. Kind of reminded me of it had like an Ori and the Blind Forest kind of puzzle feel to it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to playing that. We'll play that probably tomorrow. So that should be fun. And then I need to go through, and I do have a list somewhere of like games I've got that I want to play or haven't played yet or haven't tried, so I want to do that. It's been weird recently because I've been really kind of like over the weekend I've kind of felt that urge to play an MMO like RPG again, like World of Warcraft or what else was I gonna play? Neverwinter. I've got a little bit of free membership for RuneScape. If you have Twitch Prime, make sure you grab all the loots that come with it, because there is 14-day free membership with for RuneScape. So I picked that up, so that runs out soon. So I might give that another little play, because I do enjoy that game. But yeah, I was really feeling playing one of those again. I nearly installed World of Warcraft again, but it's a big old download, and I just do not have the money for subscription, so it's probably a good thing. It stops me playing it. What kind of games have you guys been playing? Is there anything that anyone would recommend? I know somebody, a couple last week, were recommending Divinity 2 original. Is it Divinity Original Sin 2? I actually have it on my Steam wishlist. I didn't realise, but yeah. So we'll look at that, possibly. That should be good. But yeah, there's just a lot of little games that I want to play. I can't remember what have we got. We've played Alwa's Awakening. I've got Balthasar's Dream. I've got Beholder, that I don't think we've played. We played Bohemian Killing. That was a really cool like murder mystery. Weird. It was a weird murder mystery because it was like you were the murderer and you were in court and you had to prove that you hadn't done it, and it was like a time-based thing. I don't know. I didn't do very well on it. Choice Chamber, got that. Clockwork was a really nice game that we played. It might be cool to finish that. Yeah, there's just quite a lot of them. Day of the Tentacle. I've got a couple of the we've got a couple of the Lego ones that I want to play through, Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. And then I've also got quite a few, well, a couple. Oh, I've got Borderlands. We'll have to play that. I've got a couple of the and ukulele, like the Telltale ones, like Wolf Among Us, and what was the other one? Game of Thrones, the Telltale one. So yeah, there's quite a few on here. that I want to play through. Or at least have a little look at. Give a bit of time to. At least. So yeah, that's cool. That's I'm looking forward to that. Should we see how many we've got? We need 50 apparently. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. Hang on. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46, 48, 50! Technically we have 51. I cannot imagine that fitting around my head. Adult broom should be about 14 inches in length. That's not 14 inches.
Mom, do we have any things?
Oh, we've got to pick some up, love. It does say 50. When you're 50, finish 50. Go get an orange. There's loads in the fridge. Inches. Yeah, it's 12. I think what I'll do is I will... Come here a minute, Ella. Here, my love. I'll make you one in a minute, but you need to wait. Come here. Does this fit around your head? Do you think you've got quite a big head? On your arm? No. Okay, I'll make it a bit bigger. I'll make it to 14 inches.
No, I want you to make a bracelet.
You want a bracelet? You wanted me to do that with ribbon, didn't you? Yeah, I'll do that in a bit. Got plenty of time. They've been doing sewing at school. Okay, love, be careful. They've been doing sewing at school, and she's gotten really into it. We made a cat the other day, and I was teaching her back stitch and like running stitch and stuff, and she absolutely loved it. So now whenever she sees anything out, she's like, I want to learn how to do this, and I want to do that, and it's brilliant. It's really fun. I've enjoyed it. Oh. I was looking at my my scenes and stuff the other day because I use the Streamlabs OBS, one of their themes. It's like this stuff, like this background stuff. And I was looking at it and I was like, do I actually like it? Or I like doing my own because then I can make it very me. Like I like I still have it all, the old purple kind of scenes that I used to have. But I like the moving, like be right back and starting scene screens and stuff. And that's not really something I can make myself. I could probably teach myself, but yeah, it's not something I can do right now. I was thinking the other day, I was like, do I want to change them again? The answer's probably not. I like them. But I don't know, I wish I could do more graphics wise. Like, I wish I knew how to do more. I should just learn and try my hand at it. Then I could do something that I'm really happy with and don't want to change. I also kind of change my mind on what I want. So I'm like, sometimes I'm like, yeah, I want my name at the top. And then other times I'm like, no. Sometimes I want, you know, like the latest follower and the latest sub or whatever. And then sometimes I'm like, no, I don't want to show them. So it changes. Yes, love.
How many spoons do you need?
1. Since she's turned 6, she's decided that she's a very independent little girl. I mean, she's always been, yeah?
I'm just going to do 2 spoons because I want it to be really banana.
Okay. She's always been very, very independent. Even since being little, she's always been a very independent girl. And then since she's become 6, we've kind of let her have a little bit more responsibility and stuff. And she's absolutely loving it. She loves like making her own breakfast in the morning. That's like her favourite thing to do. She loves it. And it's so cute. She doesn't like use the toaster or anything, but we let her make cereal herself. And like she loves to make herself a little sandwich, which is really sweet. and she's got little like she still has got like her little kiddie knives and forks that aren't sharp and stuff, so she uses those. And obviously when she's using a knife, we're in there with her. She doesn't use sharp knives at all, but even using her little blunt kiddie knife, we're still in there with her. But it's the fact that it's her kind of sense of ownership. She's made it herself, you know. Even though I've been stood there, I didn't spread the butter, she did. And it's so sweet. She's a sweetie. I've missed being creative on stream. It's nice to get back to it, that's for sure. I've spoken about this many a time before. It's kind of like the scenes thing where I go through like a crisis of identity. I do the same thing with my content, because I go through times where all I want to do is play games, and then I'll go through other times where all I want to do is do crafting stuff, and sometimes I find it's hard to get a balance that works. Because like right now I do 3 days of games because of Friday with Lilac, and then I do 1 day creative. But I think I'm going to change it, especially because at the moment I'm not playing through a full game. So it's not like The Witcher where it was annoying me that I was only playing it once a week. I'm not playing through a full game at the minute. I'm playing little games that you can just do for an odd session every now and then, like They Are Billions and Darkest Dungeon and, you know, Theme Hospital and 2 Point Hospital and those kind of games. So I'm thinking that I might go back to 2 days creative, maybe even 3, because I miss doing all the creative stuff. I had to stop doing it because we got the cat. I didn't like shutting him out of the room, and he, at the time, obviously when he first came, he was really young, and it's not like my sister sits at home and knits. He'd not been around yarn and stuff, and it just blew his mind, and he wanted to eat it all. So it was really hard to do anything creative with him around because he'd just try and eat it. But I wanted him to get used to it. I didn't want to have to shut him in another room. I wanted him, you know, to get used to it. So I've been doing it in an evening, and he comes and sits with me, and he's gotten, as you can see, a lot better. He's sat on the sofa now, just like licking his leg. So he's a lot better with it now. So I feel a bit better getting back into doing more creative streams, and there's so many different creative things I want to do that I think it would be nice to do that. And I'm just going to become the Stitchy Witch. That's what it is. Yes, my doll.
I tried the banana milkshake with 2 spoons and it didn't taste like a banana milkshake.
Have you stirred it really, really well? Because all the powder will go to the bottom. You might want to get a big spoon that's a bit longer. You see it on the bottom? It's all yellow. Go and get a big spoon and give it a good stir. If it still doesn't, you've got quite a bit of milk there, so you might need 3. So did you do 2 or 3? Yeah, you need to give it a good stir. I think all the powder's fallen to the bottom. Kiddies. Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking. Because I was thinking about it. I've spoken about it before, and I've talked about it to other people, and I was like, well, I feel like sometimes the community gets a bit split, and then I end up with like no community because people come for like crochet stuff, and then I start doing games, and they're like, well, and then, or people come for games, and then I do crochet stuff or other creative stuff, and they're like, well, so I'm like, would it be better for me to stick with one? And then I was like, well, no, because I want to do both, so we'll keep doing both, because that's, you know, I want to do what I want to do, but I just need to, my problem is, and always has, well, not always has been, but one of the issues I have is streaming consistently. When I take a break, it has to be a break for like a week at a time. Because of like school holidays. The summer holidays is always what gets me, because that's 6 weeks long. That's a long time. Oh, do you want to put another one in and try it again? Go put another scoop in.
Okay.
Yeah, the summer holidays are a hard one, but now she's a bit older, I don't feel as bad. I used to feel really guilty screaming if she was here. But now she's a bit older, I don't feel as bad streaming when she's here. And I mean, sometimes she comes and just hangs out with me, so that's always nice. So I think now during the summer holidays and stuff, it'll be a lot easier. The only reason I didn't stream this week was because we went out every day. Because it's kind of like the first time I've had a little bit of money to actually go out and treat her to some nice things. So we went out every day. And by the time we got home in an evening, which is my plan, was I was going to come and stream in the evening. By the time we got home in the evening, I was so tired that I was going to sleep. I was having a nap at like 4 or 5 o'clock. Which is probably why I stayed up till like 6 in the morning the next day, or like every night. I don't think I've been to bed before 3 a.m. Probably because of the afternoon naps. So yeah, and that's why. So it's hard and it's weird, but right, this is like 16 inches. If this doesn't fit, then I give up. It looks tiny when you fold it over though. And this yarn isn't too stretchy. Be careful to make your chain ones too tight. If you do, your brim will not stretch enough to fit an adult head. That might be my problem, is that when I hold it up and try to stretch it, the chain ones might be a little bit tight. Do your chain as normal. Fold the band in half with right sides facing. Work through both loops on each end of the band. Okay. It'd be easier doing this from the other side. Maybe I'll do one more row. Or no, in fact, I'll take a row out. Because it would be easier. Yeah, there's my chain one. It'd be easier doing it from this side, I feel. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, it must be this one. There we go. And slip stitch to join chain 1, turn band inside out and work. Just turn your work 90. Yeah. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. Perfect. I used to hate doing, I would even like purposely not do beanies and hats and stuff, crocheted hats that had a brim. And now I just laugh at myself because I think, why? It's so easy. So there we go, there's a little brim. This yarn is not as brown as it looks in the picture. It's more of like a it's burgundy, but it's more of like a purpley burgundy than the colour it looks in the camera. Okay, so flip inside out. Hat body, row 1. Single crochet 5. Oh, I need to chain 1. Single crochet 55 stitches around the brim by evenly spacing them out. Since you're working on the side of the brim, you'll need to make your own places to put your stitches. See, hers, I end up with these big like holes on the end here where my chain 1 is. She doesn't have those. How does she do this? Her yarn must be the same thickness as mine. It looks very similar. Join back with your first single crochet, then chain up 1. Okay, so we need to do 55. 55 single crochets. Okie dokie. 1, 2. I did have a stitch marker around here somewhere. was accidentally left. No? Right, let me go grab one. Don't wrap him up like that. He doesn't like it. I've already said yes if you turn the telly off. Ooh. There we go. Put a little stitch marker in it so I don't lose it. And I spent last night and, well, most of yesterday and last night until 3 this morning. What? Hello. Okay, go and do what you're doing. I spent most of yesterday and last night reading. I read the first Shadowhunter book a long time ago and adored it. And then I never had any of the other ones, so I never read them. And then I watched the series. I watched the movie, which was terrible. I watched a series thing that was terrible. And then I watched the new Netflix series, which I fell in love with, and ended up buying the full set of books. My stepdaughter's mum works in a bookshop, so she had them in there, so I asked her to pick them up for me. Handy half-price staff discount. So she got them for me. And I started reading them last night, finally, after waiting for a long time. And oh my god, I'm obsessed. I wonder whether you can do... I'd love to do like a book club thing. That'd be so much fun. I have so many books, and I have an e-reader. I prefer physical books, so I don't use it very often, but it's nice if I'm going to like visit my mum for the weekend or whatever and we have to go on the train, because then I don't have to carry like 6 books with me. I can just have them on the e-reader, so that's always nice. But yeah, I have a lot of books, even though I regularly go through them and get rid of them. I like to give them to charity shops or friends or whatever. Yeah, so I was like, a book club thing would be cool. I started following one on Twitter, which is really nice. But yeah, it was that'd be cool. And I was like, I wonder whether you could sit and read. I can't imagine you'd be allowed, but I did wonder whether you'd be allowed to sit and read a book on stream. Like, could I sit here with my book and read it? I don't think I'd be allowed, because obviously if you wanted an audiobook, you'd have to use like Audible or whatever else there is out there, or you'd buy an audiobook. So it's like I don't think I couldn't sit here and like stream a TV program, because it's not mine to stream. So I'm like, am I allowed to sit here and read a book? Because I'd love to do that. Me and Kiddo read books every night. It's really cool, because she started being able to read them instead of me reading them to her. She reads them to me, and it's so cool. But yeah, I was like, because that could be quite a cool, like, I mean, not necessarily ASMR stream, but it would be that kind of like relaxing down that kind of avenue of stream. Might be something to look at, because I'm sure I heard someone say the other day, oh yeah, I've done that before. It's like, you have? So we need 55 stitches, but we do have, I believe, a few more than 55 rows. Because what I would normally do is I would put stitch there, like in each of these downward. So like the one that's kind of inverted at the top there, I'd put a stitch, there I'd put a stitch, there I'd put a stitch. So it was every single row would get a stitch. And I need 55. So if I'd have done 50, I could have just added 5 in somewhere, but I think I've got a few more than 50. Although, knowing me, I'm probably up to 50 stitches already. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. See? 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 30. Yeah?
I don't know
What are you trying to log into?
I want to go on your account on mine.
Okay. Right, hang on 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay, there's not a lot left. So, you know what? I'm going to just get to the end and then we'll count.
Get out of here. Sorry, but you can sit in some You can sit in the same.
Okay, so that would be the last one, and then I join it to that one. So, see how many we've got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 48, 49, 50, 51. No. Okay, so we need to add 4 more stitches in, which actually isn't too bad.
Mom?
So we would do 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that would be make 50. 1. So this is what I mean, because my chain 1 spaces are so weird and loose compared to hers. It looks strange. Kind of gives it, I mean, it doesn't matter too much like that, but it does make a little bit of a hole. So let's count again. What's the matter? What's up?
I don't know what the theme's going to be.
Well, I don't know, darling. You have to vote for it. She's playing on Hypixel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54. Dang it. We're missing 1. So I'm going to put 2 here. Or can I squeeze another one in? In fact, I'm going to squeeze another one in here because then hopefully it will bridge a gap that I don't want to appear there between those two, the first and the end. Okie dokie. Join back into your first single crochet, and chain 1. So I have made one of these on my own. I'll show you, it's in my drawer of many things. Oh, your bubble hat's in here, Belle. I actually made 2 of them. I just found the other one. So I have made this one. You see it has a little hole at the top so your bun or your ponytail or something can go through, which is good for the kids when they go to school because she has to have her hair up. Well, I put her hair up every day, so that's nice. And then this was one that I made and closed. But it just wasn't, I don't know, hers just looked a lot nicer than mine. I don't know what it was. I love this yarn. These are both the same type of yarn. They're both Aran. But this one is from a shop called Aldi. And this one is from a shop called B&M. And this one is so... The Aldi one is so much softer. And I'm a bit sad because... Well, not sad, actually. Just thinking about it, I was a bit sad because the day after we last did our big shop at Aldi, our food shop, they did their yarn event. So they had this kind of yarn back in stock. And it was like the day after we went, so I was so mad. And then we're going again on Saturday, and I've seen people still picking some up, I think. So hopefully they still have some in ours. I didn't check the one in town, so we'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, so I have made this kind of thing before, but I kind of designed it myself because I've made a puff stitch beanie before, which is mine, which just went straight up, and then I just closed the top to pull it shut, whereas these ones were me trying to see the best way to do like decreases and stuff. So yes, I have done it, but it's nice nice having a bit of instruction on it. Okay, so puff stitch in the same stitch as the chain one. Don't forget the chain for securing your puff stitch after you complete each one. Skip the next stitch, puff stitch in the next. Continue around until you have 28 puff stitches total. Join to the top, into the top of your first puff stitch and chain one. Okie dokie. So we're going in here. So she does a puff stitch. How many puffs does she do? Oh, she does a yarn over first. Okay. Yarn over, through, yarn over, in, through, yarn over, in, through, yarn over, in, oh my god, through. So you have 9 loops. Do I have 9 loops? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh my god. There we go, there's one little puff stitch. Might be why hers looks different. I don't think I went through that many times. I think I stopped at 7 loops, possibly even 5 on one of them. Did I? Should be able to tell on here. 1, 2. Maybe, yeah. It's okay, then we skip one. And we 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this ball of yarn that I'm using, I've had for ages. It was enormous. I've made that puff stitch beanie out of it. I've made myself a knitted hat out of it. I have used it for another beanie, I think. It's really good stuff. I want to go back in. I'd love to get another one. They do them in other colours as well. 2, 3, 4. And it's fairly cheap for what it is. If I wanted to get this from like a proper yarn shop, it'd be probably double the price of what I paid. I think this was a £5, which is really good. One, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hello, Snow! Yeah, it's the new keyboard we got. We got it ages ago. How you doing, Snow? I was just about to apologise for rambling all morning. Because I haven't streamed for a week. I've just been jabbering. But yeah. This is the new keyboard. It's teeny. It's like super tiny. Kiddo's using the, Mini Kitten's using the other one, otherwise I'd bring it over to show you the difference. The other one's like 3 times the size of this. And the colours are a lot brighter than what it's showing on there. And then Boy put these different keycaps on. But yeah, it's cute. He got it so it takes up less space on the desk. And it's like a proper mechanical one. So it works better for him when he's playing games and stuff. 2, 3, 4. How are you doing, Snow? I was about to say good morning, but it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon here. Good afternoon! I've missed streaming. That's why I was about to say I'm sorry for rambling. All I've done this morning is talk to myself, and it's been glorious. All I've done is jabber all morning, and I've had a great time because I've just missed it so much. I had so much to talk about. 2, 3, 4. It still feels like morning to you? It feels like morning to me. We got up at about 9:30. Stayed in bed till about 10. Kiddo got some breakfast because she's still off school today. She goes back tomorrow. And then we got dressed, went to the shop to get some things. We needed washing up liquid. Then we went to the park. Then we came home and I cleaned everything. And she had lunch. We both had lunch. And then I streamed. And I'm like, it still feels, it's like 10 o'clock in the morning and I've just got up. Even though I've been a busy beaver. But I don't know what time it is where you are, Snow. It might be closer to the morning than it is here.
Mom,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Mom,
Yeah?
I really want to decorate like 1 or 2 blocks.
What do you mean, love?
Decorate 1 or 2 blocks.
Oh, you mean you want to make a resource pack? But I can't do that right now. Once I finish streaming, we can find you one that you can mess with, okay?
Okay.
That sound okay?
Yeah. And I'm just out of the game right now.
Okay, doll. 2, 3,
I'm out of the game.
4. Like I was saying about her wanting to do loads of sewing and stuff, she's always been very creative. She didn't really have much of a choice because of me.
And then me though.
But that's one thing that school always commented on, other people always commented on, was how creative she was.
I have like lots of mop pads and also I made a well which is normal.
Okay. So she likes to be really creative, and recently she started wanting to do sewing, and she was asking me to teach her how to knit the other day, so we did some knitting. And then now she wants to do some art stuff by making her own resource pack, like texture pack on Minecraft, which is really cool. It's very cool. And I know nowadays, it makes me sound really old, doesn't it? Nowadays, back when I was a kiddie, they get to do like coding and stuff at school. She's been learning about like coding and robots and stuff. It's really cool.
And also puppets.
Yeah, and puppets. But like we never got to do anything like that because it just, well, obviously it wasn't a thing when I was at school. But yeah, it's so cool. 3, 4. Kind of looks similar to the one that I made. This one, doesn't it? Yeah, the puff stitches actually look quite similar. I wonder if I did these with 9. Probably. My brim isn't as thick. The one that I did wasn't really as thick as this one. So hopefully that shall work in my favour. 2, 3.
I need to make like some lanterns.
You can find a texture pack that's already been done, you know.
Yeah.
2.
I'm gonna make my own.
Yeah?
Yep.
Cool.
I'm gonna create the blocks because like I watched some videos that Joel
Yeah?
made some of his blocks
Oh yeah.
into different.
Cool.
So that's what I want to do.
Sounds lovely.
Great.
2, 3, 4. See, like, I've already been live an hour, which just blows my mind. I don't understand how that happened. I don't understand how I've been live for an hour already.
Cocoa
1,
I need some.
2. Nope, that's not 2.
What?
1,
Mom,
2,
what's this?
3. Hang on. 4. What's what? It's an enchanted book. Combat Sweeping Edge. I don't know what that is.
This one? This one?
It's the same one. They're just different levels. So there's level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. Depending on how strong you want it. But I don't know what that actual enchantment does. Haven't played Minecraft I haven't played vanilla Minecraft or any Minecraft in a very long time.
I'm going to dye my sheep with cocoa beans.
Okay. Oh, is that the right one? Skip one, this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. See, it kind of separates there underneath the puff stitch. That's what I was worried about. If you can... I need like a piece of paper to shove underneath it so you can see. Maybe this. Kind of like separates under the puff stitch and you get these gaps. And I think that's because... Oh, I pulled that puff stitch out. I think it's because of the way my chain 1 at the beginning of the row. Hers on her picture, or they just look like normal stitches. So I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong, but I'll have to keep practicing. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4. Do 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 do. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do, do, do. Ba, da, 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 da. If you're out there and you haven't, make sure you hit the follow button so when I go live. There's also a CTT link so you can tweet out the stream. There is a Discord link as well and a social link. I'm just going to spam some links. There you go. Spam all the links in the chat. Yeah, there's some links. Three, 4. So they meant to do like 28 puff stitches, but 2, 3. Feels like you're doing way more. 2, 3, 4. One. Oh, no, nah. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we'll count up because I'm at the end, but there is like, there should be 28, but we'll count just to be sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. It is not 28. Let's do one in this little sneaky stitch. I think I did the first puff stitch in the wrong stitch. That might be why I'm one less at the end.
I want some more brown sheep. I want cocoa bean sheep. Give me some cocoa bean sheep. That is all I want.
And there we go. And then we can join to the top of this one. slip stitch
This
and
would be
chain
perfect idea for a
1.
school.
Okie. Row 3. Pull stitch in the first chain 1 space that was created after your row. Okie dokie. Yeah, so even on hers, those two are a little bit close together. That's okay. So we're going into this. So here's my chain 1. My loop's a bit big right now. There would be my chain 1. Her chain 1 is a bit bigger than mine. So there's my chain 1. It would be this stitch here that we're going to do the first puff into. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then do a single crochet to close it, and there we go, there's one. We're going to do that all the way around. We should have 28 again. So after you do a puff stitch, generally, I've never seen a pattern where you don't. 3, 4. Once you've done it, and you do your last yarn over to pull all the way through all of them, because if you don't, you have like, you're kind of holding all the stitches on here. So every pattern I've seen, the puff stitch, you would then chain 1 and it secures it. So now all those loops that you've just made are held inside that little stitch. I'm thinking about doing like some little tutorials to put up on YouTube. 3, 4. Although to be fair, all my streams go on YouTube, so if I did a little tutorial I could highlight it and then post it onto YouTube just as a highlight from the stream. That might be a way of doing it easier. 2, 3, 4. Could be a good way of doing it actually, because it saves me having to download the streams and then edit them and then upload them, because just exporting them straight to YouTube is a lot quicker. 3, 4. Ba-da. 1, 2, 3, 4. I do have the Stitchy Witch with me today. She's hanging out here. I need to give her some hair. That's going to be my next job. But I think I'm going to sew the hat onto her and let her have the hat. Either that or, well, to be fair, I kind of want to remake her because this was the first time I'd ever made her. And most of her is pretty good, but her arms aren't really in a great position, I don't think, and I didn't attach her head very well. I mean, you're not going to look at it from the back, but I mean, maybe I can get away with it. But yeah, it's funny how much she looks like my like avatar-y drawn character, really. It's quite funny because she's wearing green too, green and brown. That's why I gave her purple socks. But yeah, so I want to give her this witch's hat because it actually fits her really nicely. But she would need, I feel like she needs some hair. So what I was going to do is do like a ring of hair, give her a little fringe and then a few little long bits at the back. Keep her bald in the middle, and then I could just sew this on. Possibly even make her another hat that's a little tiny bit smaller, maybe. Yeah, that's what I want to do, is give her the hat and make her into a little witchy elf. So I think that would be really cute.
And it kind of looks like me a little bit.
Do you think so? 2, 3, 4. She's my Stitchy Witch, she is. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All she needs is a little, I might make her a little like Harry Potter Gryffindor scarf. And then she can be in Ravenclaw. I have a load of Harry Potter badges actually. Let me grab them. I'm sure they have this shop. I'm sure they have this shop in other places, but we have a shop called Primark, which is kind of like a cheap clothes and homeware shop. And they were selling Harry Potter badges, and normally things like that are quite expensive, but these were rather inexpensive. So I wanted somewhere to kind of store them. So I quickly put a bit of material on a hoop, and it just hangs over there on my shelves. It has all of these pins on it. Says the Marauders map. I solemnly swear that I'm up to no good. A 9 3/4 one, Hogwarts crest, and then all of these. So make a little Ravenclaw one, because I am a Ravenclaw. Oh, I'm even using a blue hook. Yes, I am a Ravenclaw. 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4. Keeping tension with things like this is important, and I will show you why. So you see how all these puff stitches are lovely and in line? Look at that one. It sticks out like a sore thumb because this loop is massive. So compared to all of these that are really kind of pretty similar, there's just this one massive one. So even when you're doing things like a puff stitch, which just feels like you're doing loops and stuff, tension is important to make sure that your work looks neat. It's something that I find you can't really, it's one of those things that you can't really learn or teach. You've just got to do it because you do it through feeling, I guess. It's like how tightly you hold your yarn, which isn't something anyone can really teach you. You kind of have to decide how loosely or tightly you want to crochet, and then it's just about keeping that same tension all the way through. And then that's why you have gauges. So like for example, this beanie has a gauge. So here it will say the gauge is a 3" by 3" square, should have 10 stitches by 10 rows of single crochet. So you could do a 10 stitch across 10 row square of single crochet, and if it measured 3" by 3", then your gauge is the same as hers. If it was a little bit bigger, you could go down a hook size or try your tension a bit tighter. If it was a little bit smaller, you'd want to go up a hook size or try and crochet a bit looser. So then, you know, just depending on what your tension was, you just then can modify the hook that you're using or the yarn that you're using to make it so that you have the same. So it's not really something that you can teach. You're not going to have the same tension as everyone else. That's why they have gauges, so you can check yours, and if it's wrong, not that it's wrong, if it's different, it's not wrong. You just need to, if you want it to be the same size, you'd need to, you know, go up a hook size or go down a hook size and that kind of thing. I find that I crochet quite tight. Well, I've seen people crochet a lot looser than I do. But I also crochet a bit funny because I crochet like this, like I'm knitting. So maybe if I know if I crochet the other way, like holding the yarn in this hand like this, I crochet really loose. So yeah, it's interesting. 2, 3, 4, and then it gets difficult when you've got yarn that, like the yarn of the scarf that I'm making. Whoop. So this scarf, which, oh, I'm in love with it. Pella Girl 2017, thank you very much for the follow. This scarf that I'm knitting at the minute, which the colours are a bit nicer than what it should. They're a bit dulled out on the camera for some reason. If I show you the, it's not too bad on this bit, but some of it is quite thin, like this bit is quite thin, and then you've got You know, like these bits that are a bit thicker, and then I had other bits that are like, you know, like this, which are a lot thicker, and that's when it can kind of mess with your tension and stuff as well. But there's not much you can do about that. I've had ones before where it's like constantly through the whole ball of yarn, it's just constantly thicker, thinner, which is a little bit difficult because then you get bits that feel really tight or bits that feel really loose. But you just gotta roll with it. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I know I said this, like, one of my things this year is to try my best and I could make her a little bag. Oh, that'd be cute. I'm getting distracted. Try my best to start selling some of this stuff. I mean, even if I sell it and, like, you know, it's not going to be for profit. It's more just to cover the costs of the stuff that I'm using so that I can keep doing it. But it would be nice just to, you know, 2, 3, 4. You know, let somebody else enjoy the stuff that I make, not just me. And I know people have asked before, and it's just been one of those things that I've never actually got round to setting up and all the other things that I have to sort out. So yeah, hopefully. Oh, I've gone wrong somewhere in there, so we'll just pull it all out. Because that's why I was talking. That's where the Stitchy Witch came from. Because I was thinking about Etsy shops, and I was like, do I call my Etsy shop? I have an Etsy shop, but nothing's in it. It's not like set up. It's just like an Etsy account with the Samphoria name. And I'm like, if I set up an Etsy shop, would it be with the Samphoria name, or would I want it to be its own separate shop, like a separate shop name? And that's when I was thinking, because I love witches and kind of my channel theme is like witches and magic. I was like, it could be. I'm sure there's already a shop called this, but I haven't had a look yet. It could be the Stitchy Witch, and that's where that came from. And then I ended up making her a witch's hat. So, how do you what, love? No idea. 2, 3. If you give me a second, I'll Google it. I don't know if you heard that. She's asking me how you tame a turtle in Minecraft. How do you tame a turtle? There we go. You can hear how loud this keyboard is. That's because it's a mechanical one. It's so noisy. You feed them seagrass. I don't know if you can tame turtles. I think you just make them breed.
Yeah, I think you can just make them breed.
Yeah, you make them have babies with seaweed, seagrass. 3 seaweed. I think seaweed. It says here.
I got 9 pieces.
Oh, well, that's good then. And the turtles need to be on.
Turtles,
Huh?
but I don't have any turtles.
2. Oh no. 3, 4. The turtles need to be on sand for them to have babies, I think.
I have a great idea to keep my pet.
2,
Turtle.
3, 4. 2 turtles chilling in the ocean. One, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I was about to say, where did Loopy go? But he's asleep on your chair, isn't he? 1, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3. I think that's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. Oh, bugger. 1, 2, See, like here, these all look pretty similar, and then this one has a couple of big loops. It's going to annoy me, but I'm not taking it out. It'll just have to stay. 1, 2, 3, 4. I definitely want to get into doing more creative streams again. I've missed the creative community. I watch a lot of knitters like Jenny Knits, and I was watching it in my mailbox the other day, and I miss all those people. I miss having time to watch people and, you know, hanging out with them and stuff. 2, 3, 4, and doing creative things. Because I do it all in my own time anyway. This is why I started doing creative streams, just because I was like, I'm going to be sat here crocheting anyway, or knitting anyway. Why not do it on camera where I can talk to people at the same time? Just, you know, made sense really. 1, 2, 3, 4. I do apologise, as I have already said, for the rambling today. I've non-stop talking. I've just missed it. This always happens when I have a bit of a break and I come back. I just talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. Okay, so on row 4, we don't start in this chain 1 space, the next one. We start here, right next to where we've done our chain 1. It's not telling us to turn. Wondering how I'm meant to fit a, because obviously we have the top stitch, but where it's pointing, it's like it's not in the hole. In fact, no, I think it is. It's like in this hole here. Here. So we're putting the chain 1 from last time over to this stitch, and we're going into there. Okay. We'll try that and see what it looks like. This is complete guesswork because I don't know. 1, 2, 3. Oh my goodness. 4. No, that looks okay. That looks alright. Kind of hides that chain 1 space. The chain 1 at the beginning of the old row, because it's pushed it over to this side, look. So it's kind of hidden over there. Although it would have been hidden this side, but... So we do... This is row 4. And then for rows 5 till 8, we alternate between row 3 and row 4. So it's just the beginning bit that's a bit different on both of those. See, it says into the space. That's why I just 2, 3, 4. That's why I was just a bit unsure about the chain from the row before, because on her thing she's put her arrow so that the chain is this side like I've done it, but then in the actual words it just says pull stitch around starting in the space right next to your chain 1. So I kind of feel like, but it doesn't say the space before, so I feel like it's there. It'll be fine. It's going to be the back of the hat anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can't believe I've been live an hour and a half already. That's crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, 2. Hang on, how many was that? I don't remember. We'll do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. One thing I really want to do, because I want to do some more hammer beads, some more pillars. I want to do some more cross stitch. Obviously I do crochet, knitting. I do sewing as well. What I really want to do is I want to dye my own yarn. I would freaking love to be able to dye my own yarn. Oh, it would be so much fun, I feel like. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I follow so many hand dye artists on Instagram and on Facebook and on Twitter. I'm just obsessed. But a lot of it, I mean, it's expensive to make, but it's also expensive to buy. And I just haven't been able to afford like a £20 you know, skein of yarn, unfortunately, even though I would love to support these people. The things that they do are incredible, and one day I'm going to save up and kind of like buy something from them because it is amazing. One of my particular favorites is For the Love of Yarn, I believe she's called. Check on my thing. Yeah, For the Love of Yarn. She's, oh my god, some of the yarn that she does, like, she's obviously, I'm not being told to say this. I wish. But just, I mean, you can't really see it because of the camera, but there you go. It is just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I think that's what I'm going to save up for next, is to buy some yarn off her, because it's absolutely gorgeous. And some of the colourways she has and that she's made is just insane. And she does it, you know, she has her own business, and she's kicking ass. She's awesome. And that's just one of many. There's so many. Even now I saw, so in like the yarn shop that I go to, there's a couple of different shops that sell yarn that I go to, but there's a stall on a local market that I go to for quite a lot of my single colour DK stuff, that I use for amigurumis because it's really cheap. And then there's another one that I go to, which is Abercan, because I go there for all kinds of crafty stuff, but they have quite a nice yarn selection, and I go there for some more nicer bits. They've started selling some red heart stuff, which is really nice. I wish we had some of the different colours that you guys have in America and stuff, because we don't get those, or at least you can, but usually it's quite expensive because of like shipping and stuff. And then we have, even in there, they've started selling like what I think is kind of like hand-dyed stuff from like this farm company, I think. I'm not sure, but I saw it on the website the other day. It looked really cool. Well, the problem is I have all this yarn, and then I'm getting better. I haven't bought yarn. This will probably surprise quite a few people. I don't think I've bought yarn for months. Like, I know I haven't bought any yarn since before Christmas. 2, 3, 4, and I love yarn so much. I have yarn that I don't think I will, I mean, I didn't think I'd use that King Cole Sprite, but I'm glad I found something to use with it. So I made myself a rainbow scarf in like a duller rainbow, which is gorgeous, but I have a bright rainbow, and I'm like, I don't know if I could ever use it. It's so beautiful in the ball. I'm like, oh my goodness. I need like 2 of everything so then I can have 1 for a display and then just 1 for me to use. I need a yarn shop. Maybe this is where it's going. Maybe I just open a yarn shop. I would love that. But yeah, I got this other one that's called like Hayfields or something, and they had 1 left in this absolutely beautiful rainbow. It is honestly, I think it's my favorite yarn that I've had ever, and I don't know what I can do with it to do it justice. So for now, it's kind of like it stays somewhere where it's dust free, but kind of like a little bit on display because it is so beautiful. And I'm just like, I don't want to use it and then not do it justice. So I'm like, well, I just don't use it then. But I don't want to like mess around with it. 2, 3, 4. I don't want to mess with it and try something because then it'll mess up the ball. And if I want to keep it as it is, it'll look weird. And I feel like I just need to buy a second one to like make something with. And then I also think, well, it'd make like an absolutely gorgeous blanket, for example, but then I would need another ball because one isn't going to do enough of a blanket. I'm just like, oh, it's just, oh, it's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. It's on my Instagram. It's that. If you guys haven't, make sure you follow my Instagram. It's just Samphoria. I post on there. That's where I post all my creative stuff. When I'm doing it like on my own at home or whatever behind the scenes. I'll show you. There's pictures of cats as well. Yeah, somewhere on here, the socks that I made. I do little monthly roundups as well. Oh, this is my best 9 at the end of 2018. So like the Pokeball bow that I did, that bag that I just showed you, slime and stuff. It's cute. Yeah, all my creative stuff and all other bits as well. It's not just creative things, but like I have this rickrack. I don't know what to do with it, but it is absolutely beautiful, like a rainbow rickrack. Maybe I should use that on the yarn. There's the yarn. It just, and how it's been put into the ball. Oh my god. I'm sorry. I'm just gushing about yarn. Hayfield Spirit. That's it. But it's a bit more mute. It's showing as a bit bright on the camera. It's not that bright. It's kind of a bit more muted. But oh my god. Oh my god. That's yarn porn. That's yarn porn right there. I love it. That's all we do when me and my friend go to like Abercan and stuff. We just squish yarn and feel all the materials. I'm going to get thrown out because I'm a serial yarn squisher. I love it. And they had this beautiful little baby cotton yarn. It's called like Nico something. Oh my god. We were actually going to make, I was going to make my friend's little girl a scarf out of it, but it was, because it's cotton, it was quite like thin. It wasn't going to make a big fat chunky scarf unless we used like, it would have to be, to even get it to this thick, you'd need like at least 3 strands at once. And I was just like, so she ended up with this other pink chunky stuff, which we haven't done anything with yet, but it was so soft. It was another one of those where even she was like, you could just get a ball just to have. Like the rainbow one, I was like, I just get a ball of it just to have it. That's what I wanted to do. 3, 4. So that's why at the minute I'm trying to go through kind of like some of my yarn and get it used up and make nice things with it. And I went through, I think I put this on Instagram actually. I went through all of the projects that I've got that are half finished and decided whether I was going to actually finish them or whether I should use, you know, reuse the yarn for something else. There was a hat that I'd nearly finished and it was cute, but my kids wouldn't fit in it. It was too small. I don't even think my niece would have fitted in it. And I know that particular yarn would make a gorgeous knitted hat, so I pulled it out and I'm going to use it for that. And then I only have like 3 other projects half done, which is pretty nice. I thought there'd be a lot more than that. The problem is I do this 2, 3, 4. So like I say, I have all these like sheepy yarns, but like single colours. So I have all different colours for amigurumis. So I always have what I need for streams and stuff. And then like now I'm trying to go through it and use it up. And then I'll come to do an amigurumi and I'll be like, I don't have that colour. And then I'll have to go and buy it again anyway. Because we used to go to the market. It was like $1.25 a ball or something like that. So we used to go to the market. And I'd just kind of like pick one of each colour while we were there. Which is why whenever I used to do, when we did a lot of creative streams, whenever I'd do amigurumi, I just had every colour. Because I had every colour. And then I start using it. And I'm like, gosh dang it. Now I actually like don't have colours for stuff. Like we made Mew, a little amigurumi Mew, and I didn't have the right pink. I had to make him in blue and say he was a shiny one. It's terrible. Exactly, Snow. It's like stuck to my nail. It's weird. So yeah, it's bittersweet using it up, but 2, 3, 4. I'm searching for another sock pattern at the moment because the kids want me to make them a matching pair of socks like mine. They picked a yarn that's the same yarn but a different colourway. And they want a pair of socks. Now, the socks that I made would probably fit Ruby, my stepdaughter. They would fit her. They're a bit big. Obviously, her feet aren't as big as mine, but they fitted okay. But for Mini Kitten, it was never going to fit her ever. So I'm looking for another pattern. The pattern that I used knitted flat rather than in the round, so it's a bit easier for me to do. So I don't know whether to try myself and just make the same pattern but kind of resize it myself, which I might try and do. But I have been looking for a pattern for them because that's another thing that I need to do to use up some of that yarn. 2, 3, 4. Although again, that yarn would make a beautiful hat and scarf set. My kids have so many hats and scarves. This is why I need to sell stuff. When we kept making all those Pokemon amigurumis, Ruby kept taking them home to have in her room because she was like choosing which ones she wanted, and I would make them. And it was really cool, but I don't have shelves in my house apart from one set that I have now. But like in the kids' room, there isn't shelves anywhere for them to display these things that I make them. So they kind of go in a drawer, and then that's it. My house is just full of things that I've made that I can't do anything with. So I try and gift as much as I can. If it's like one of the kids' birthdays at school, I will make them something. Like I've made them scarves and little bags and purses and little like doll bags and stuff like that. But my kids just end up with like thousands of scarves and hats because I'm like, ooh, I like this pattern. I'll make it for you. And then it's like now they have scarves and hats for every occasion. 3, 4. Like I made these. This one was going to be for Belle for Mini Kitten for when she was at school because, as I say, it's got the hole for her ponytail. And then I was like, okay, I learned how to knit and I got a knitted hat pattern. So I made her this hat, which did have pom-poms on, but she wanted them taken off. So then she's got that hat, which is really cute. Nice. Then I learned how to knit a different style of hat, and I made myself one. Where did it go? I just had it 2 seconds ago. Hang on. Where did it go? Down here. Oh, in the other drawer. That's why I couldn't find it the other day. This is a hat that we bought her. So she has that hat. And then I learnt how to make myself like a cable knit beanie. She decided she wanted one. So she also has that hat. Then my grandma made her some hats. So that was a hat that she has, but that one doesn't really fit her anymore. And then she also has this hat. So that's like, what, 5, 6 hats already? And then this is the rainbow scarf that I made her, which is why I'm making her the thinner one, because this one's gorgeous, but it's a bit too chunky for her and a bit too long for her to have it like in her coat and it fit her properly. Oh, and then she has this summer hat, which says love and has a pom-pom on it. And then Ruby's the same. She's got a blue knitted hat that I made her. She's got this hat that I made her. She has, oh, here it is. Here's her blue knitted one. Her blue knitted one that I made her. So, and then, I mean, just looking over at the door, I can see 2 scarves that I knitted each for the girls, one each. There's my scarf that I knitted up there. I know there's another one hidden that's up there. So many hats, so many hats. This is why I need to like sell them, because I've given them away to everyone I can. My niece, I made her a scarf for last Christmas. She got a hat this Christmas. My nephew got a scarf for Christmas. My mum got a scarf for Christmas. My sisters both want a pair of socks for Christmas, and my mum next Christmas. They want a pair of socks each, and my mum wants a cardigan. And I'm just like... I need to like sell them or give them to more people. I need more people to give them to.
She's just busy all the time.
I am busy all the time. But that is another good reason as to why you should follow my Instagram, because all of this stuff that I make, like, you know, like these hats and stuff, it all goes on Instagram. I don't really write a lot on Twitter. I've started writing more on Twitter. The past couple of days, I've started putting like, you used to be able to, you could put posts that you put on Instagram, they would share to Twitter, which was great, but it wouldn't show the picture, or at least it didn't used to. It would just show the link. So if you wanted to see the picture that was on Instagram, you'd have to click on the link and go to Instagram. So what I started doing is making sure that I save the picture and then uploading it onto Twitter separately, which is really annoying. I don't know how to get it to just show the picture anyway. So yeah, but all of that kind of stuff goes on my Instagram, and that's what I do. I just knit thousands of hats. I am the hat queen. And then I started making ear warmers recently. Put a stop to that very quickly, because I was like, why? They don't need more. But I just enjoy making them. What I want to do, I know there's a couple of hospitals that you can make baby hats for, like for the premature babies, and or just, you know, normal babies, full term babies or whatever you want to call it. So I might get in touch with one of those and see what they need and make some hats and stuff to send to them. That would be really cool. I also this year wanted to make some of the little hats. So in the UK we have a smoothie company called Innocent Smoothies, and every year for a few years now, I think, they get people like me to crochet or knit tiny little hats, and then they put the hats on the bottles of smoothie in the shops, and when you buy one, so much money from the sale of that bottle of smoothie, from that smoothie, goes to I think it's Age UK, like a charity to support older people in the community and stuff, which is really cool. And I've seen them before, and I was like, how cool would it be for like someone to go into a shop and see on a bottle of smoothie a little hat that I've made. I thought that would be so cool. Because obviously they could end up anywhere, like you send them to the company and then they just put them on the bottles. So I'd want to like put my name on it somewhere so you'd know that it was mine if you got it. But yeah, I really wanted to do that. So I'm not sure when the cut off for that is, because I did get the information for it. So I'm going to have a look at that actually, maybe later today or tomorrow. And we might do that on stream as well, because I want to do some for that, because that'd be cool. And like people do, so it's a tiny hat, bottle size. Yeah. Innocent Smoothie Hats 2019. Yeah, it's called the Innocent Big Knit. So every hat is important. Everyone can learn to knit, making difference. Look at the knitting patterns. When you've run out of wool and bobbles, send us your hats. And then you can take them in to an Age UK charity shop, or you can send them in. And they ask for your address so they can send you a little thank you card, which is really sweet. There's like the join in thing, so it tells you where to post them to. Let me see if it shows on here. Oh my god, yes, look at this one. Look at this hat's amazing. This shows you some of those. I could do witch bottles. I could do tiny witch hats. Look at these. There's like a crown, a toadstool. So they have a basic pattern thing. So these are some of the best that they've had over the years be sent in. Watermelons, Vikings, sheep, Santas, bees, a chicken, and then on their patterns page they have a heart bobble beginner, a simple bobble hat, striped, berry, beehive, blue tit, monkey, fox, but you can also crochet them, you don't have to knit them, a unicorn, a tiny clanger hat. Imagine how small that must be. It'd be a clanger like that big. That'd be so cute. Exactly, a Usain Bolt hat. Imagine getting a smoothie for your lunch and you're just like, that has a tiny knitted Usain Bolt on it. Would that not just... I mean, it's not just... I think it's like 25p or something from each sale goes to the charity. Where does it tell me at the bottom here? Grab some wool, knit needles and a comfy chair, knit a little woolly hat or two, send the hats to us and we'll pop them on our smoothies. Every bottle sold will donate 25p to Age UK, because the bottles aren't, it's like a £1 bottle of smoothie or something. The money raised helps fund things like lunches and classes at local Age UK centres, which means more smiles like this and a lovely little smiley old person. But yeah, I thought that was really cool, and I've seen it for a couple of years but never actually, you know, done it myself. And you can crochet them, although knitting would be quite fun. So I thought that would be something fun to do. And then I was like, that'd be so cool if people like got my little witchy hat. But we could do witch hats. Yeah, exactly. I'd just have to buy a bottle of smoothie just to see, like, make sure it fit. I'd have to buy one to make sure it fit. And then when they actually came out, I'd have to buy a couple just so that we could have the hats. So that I could see the hats. 2, 3, 4. But yeah, it looks so just something different to do, something different, and it helps charity, and it seemed like something fun. And it's not like they're huge hats, it's just, you know, these tiny little hats that people can enjoy. And I mean, like, things like, you know, my little girl would use them again. It's not like they'd just I'd buy the bottle and then the hat would be like, oh, it's cool, and then it'd be kind of tossed to the side. My little girl would really use them for like her Barbie dolls and stuff. So they're not just getting like put on there and, you know, not used for anything. You could turn it into a key ring, or like I say, they'd fit my little girl's Barbie dolls' heads and things like that. Apparently they do it in France too, do they? Oh, that's cool. Okay, so that was row 4, 5. I need a little piece of paper because I'm using my row counter for something else. Hey baby boy, hey baby boy. So let me grab my stream notebook. Well, that's cool, Snow. I didn't know, obviously it's Age UK, so I knew it was UK based, but I didn't know if they did it anywhere else. I have this is my stream ideas notebook, so it has all like emote ideas, sound effect ideas, goals, games to play, crafts to do, things I need to do, make a list of Stardew Valley mods. Not done that. Command for the DST server info. Not done that. Check to see if I have a command listing commands. I haven't checked that. It goes to another charity. Yeah, I would assume a French charity. That's really cool though. Very cool. You have to see if you can see any. I don't know whether ours... I assume that ours wouldn't send them over to... Like, if I sent them in, I don't think they'd send mine over to France. Probably cost them too much to do that. Claire, Bun, Beanie, row. So I've done 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Going back to old pen and paper here. So we go into this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hi, Loopy. Hang on. I'm just going to be 1 second. If you've got a link for it, Snow, I'd love to see what they do. I'm just going to move some of... I've gotten all this stuff out to show you, and then the cat is like, what have you got going on over here? I would love to see. And also, possibly eat it. Do they fit in there? No, that's probably why the other hat went in there. Ugh. Go down there. Get in the drawer. Get in. Oh. Click on the little flag in the bottom of the page. Ah. Oh. Oh. Oh, I see. Ah. A petit bonnet. Met ton bonnet. Bonnet. Not bonnet. Ireland, Belgium, Denmark, Sweden. Oh. Oh, yeah. I don't want to try and pronounce it because I can't speak French, but that's cool. Oh, I love that. That makes it. I like the one on the top that's just like swag. I'm not going to even try and pronounce it and say it. It reminds me of petit pois. Le petit. Le petit. I don't know what the air with the little dash above it is. I did French at school, but I stuck with German. So. Le petit feres de perfores. I kind of went a bit Spanish there. We'll just pretend that didn't happen.
You didn't see anything.
Exactly. Didn't see anything. That's cool. I didn't know that. I didn't even think to check like the things on the bottom. Oh, that's really cool. Oh, see, I have a big loop. Look at that. Look at that ginormous loop. 1, 2, 3, 4. This, I wish the purple yarn was as soft as this, because this stuff is so freaking soft and it's so lovely, and I love the colours of the purple yarn with like the pink speckled in and the cream, but it's just not, it's just scratchy. And I mean, it feels alright as a knitted beanie. Feels better as a knitted one than a crocheted one, but it's still not great. And the messy bun beanie one that I made in it, I did try and soften it by like washing it and putting it in different conditioners and stuff that they told me to use. The only thing I didn't try was fabric softener, and I do have fabric softener now, so I might try that. But yeah, it's not, just doesn't want to soften up. Makes me sad. Didn't hear anything. I didn't pronounce anything. 2, 3, 4. I want to go back to Disneyland Paris. I don't want them to not allow me in the country because of my terrible French accent. 2, 3, 4. What was I trying to say? I was trying to say the name of the charity at the bottom. See, that's how bad it was. You couldn't even tell what I was trying to say. The name of the charity at the bottom. Yes, my darling girl.
Please can you stop screaming?
I'm not. Okay, I've been live, I've been streaming nearly 2 hours, baby girl. I'm gonna be coming off in a minute. In fact, I'll finish this row and then we can do the texture pack, yeah? Oh! Set your mind on le petit pois. We're looking for bean related things. It's because it said like le petit and I was like, it reminds me of peas. Le petit pois. I like to confuse you, Snow. 1, 2, 3, 4. But yeah, we have that. We have, I know, like I say, local charity special care baby units ask for things like hats, and just normal maternity units ask for things like hats to give to newborn babies. We also have a local charity shop that sends cardigans and blankets, I believe, out to, I can't remember what country it was, but it sends them out to another country, which is pretty cool. 2, 3, 4. It's not letting you break anything. The woman in this song sounded like she just said, "The wizards are coming for you." What do you mean, dolly girl? Where are you? Is it your own world? Can you not break anything at all? What about if you use something like a stick or something? Can you not break the grass?
No, I tried this and it
Oh. You've like, I don't know, darling, you have to wait. You've like blocked yourself out of your own game. Somehow.
I thought the one with the curly cob was creative when it wasn't.
So put it back into creative then. You might have like put it so there are different settings you can do so that people can't break certain blocks. That might have been what you did.
Well, I don't want to destroy mine.
No, but it means you probably can't build either. It like puts a block on it.
I can't build it either.
Yeah, exactly. You wanna... Yep, as soon as I've done this row, I'm gonna come off and I'll give you a hand.
I can ride a horse.
Because I'm gonna make a big cup of tea. I can't believe I've been live 2 hours. It's crazy.
Mum, I can
It's been really nice actually streaming at this time.
ride a horse.
Oh.
Mum?
And just actually getting my butt in gear because I almost didn't stream again today. I was like, oh, I was feeling a bit down and tired and stuff, and I was just like, oh, but I'm glad I did. 1, 2, 3, 4. And for those of you that don't know, they're changing things now so that affiliates, partners and affiliates get more emotes, which is really cool. So you can get more emotes now as an affiliate depending on how many sub points you have, which is really, really nice. I haven't hit the sub point thing for like an extra emote yet, but I'm thinking maybe of I mean, I've never had a sub goal, but I'm thinking maybe of having one because it'd be cool to unlock a second tier 1 emote. I don't even have an emote in tier 2 or tier 3 slot, but it would be cool to have you know, 2 or whatever emotes in. How many is that? I don't know. You know, in the tier 1 slot. So I might make a little sub goal thing. 3, 4. And kind of work towards maybe unlocking something like that. What's the threshold for a second emote? I'm not sure. I need to look at that. I put it in... Where did I put it? I'm not sure. I never have, like, I don't generally, unless I'm getting close to like a big milestone, I don't have like follower goals up or sub goals up. 1 million subs, exactly. You need 1 million subs to unlock a second emote. I wouldn't be surprised. No, I would not be surprised. Let me have a look. It's, some of it's not live yet. So, affiliate emote update. So, for an affiliate to get a second emote slot, they need 15 subscriber points. And that is launched now. The rest of them don't launch until, so it's like 3 emote slots doesn't launch till March, 4 doesn't launch till April, and 5 doesn't launch till May. But I thought that was really cool. And I think, yeah, you get an additional emote slot as well for tier 2 and tier 3, which is really cool. But you have to unlock these. Yeah, it is cool. I like it. And then they've changed it for partners too. So when you became a partner, you got 2 tier 1 emotes straight away. But now, as soon as you become a partner, you get 6, which is really cool. So that partners with 0 to 64 subscribers will automatically unlock 6 emote slots. So the threshold for more emote slots is now 65. Because apparently you got 2 and then you had to get 10 subscriber points for 3, 20 for 4, 35 for 5, 50 for 6 and 65 for 7. So now it's 65. You need over 65 you need 65 or more to get 7. You automatically get 6, and then it's all the other remaining ones, all the other emote slots are unchanged, so you need 80 for 8. Stuff. So yeah, I thought it was really cool. And I got a thing pop up saying like the mod tools and stuff had gone live, and something else had happened on my Twitch. I don't know. I don't tend to use my Twitch dashboard a lot, so when I go on, I get loads of pop-ups that's like, this has happened and this is here and you can do this now, which I knew a lot of most of what it was because I follow Twitch on Twitter and look at the blog posts and stuff, but I don't use my dashboard a lot, so I'm like, oh yeah, oh that's pretty cool. So yeah, I'm thinking about maybe doing something like that, and I've never, unless it was like a big, like when we were gonna hit 700, I think, followers, 3, 4. I've never had like a sub goal or a bit goal or anything, but apart from over Christmas, actually, I did have a sub goal, but that was just because the little thing that dangled down from the pre-made theme had sub thing on it, so that was why that was there. 1, 2, 3, 4. But I thought it'd be something cool to try and aim for another little goal, because I mean there isn't enough goals. 3, 4. Streaming more consistently is definitely my first goal. Oh goodness, won't get through the, I just want to go through the loops. Right, fine, have your own way, Yarn. I'll do it again, honestly. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, don't worry, as soon as I have finished, I've got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 little puff stitches left to do, and then I will finish up for the day because Kiddo needs my help. She wants to make a texture pack and she's somehow locked herself out of breaking or building anything on her own Minecraft world, so
yeah, because I don't want to do it anymore, but I don't want to ruin my world. I don't want to ruin my world.
She's been watching a lot of LD Shadow Lady recently, and LD Shadow Lady in one of her series made a bird universe, so Mini Kitten's been making a horse universe, haven't you?
Yeah, but I haven't
looks very
been
cool.
working on it for a while. Right?
2, yeah. 3,
I wonder what is
4. She's not normally allowed on the computer during the week.
this is the weekend.
It's not a weekend, but you're not at school,
It's the
so
final.
it's the final day of the half term, isn't it?
Yes,
Yeah. Yeah, she's normally only allowed on the computer on a weekend. Because, you know, we're busy in the week and she needs her sleep for school and she can get very grumpy when she's on the computer and stuff. So we limit it to weekends now. And so she's kind of losing her mind because she's on it on a Monday. What, love?
Have you finished that round?
Yes, babe.
Have you finished that round?
Nearly.
How much do you need?
Yes, a horse-niverse. Exactly. She's made this big sign. I didn't help with it. The only thing I helped with was, I think I was actually knitting on the sofa and she was asking me how you spell universe. That was the only thing you asked me, wasn't it? And she built this big sign all by herself and you built a rainbow road.
Yeah,
And she built herself a little ticket office where you have to go in and buy tickets, and she like changed the name of paper to tickets so you could buy tickets. And you made a little cactus man to take the tickets, didn't you?
Yeah, so once you're through, it's gone.
Yeah, you did very, very good. It's just cool, and then she'll give me a tour once she's done.
Yeah, and also the tickets are just for 1 mushroom cap.
1 mushroom it costs to go to her horse universe. What a
Yeah.
deal!
Yeah,
That's such a good deal. I would love to go to horse universe for 1 mushroom.
well,
Sounds
you need to
amazing.
buy the ticket for any part of the mushroom or just a point for the mushroom.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's quite cheap though. Do you think that's quite cheap?
No, Mum, you could use one of my mushrooms in my house.
So you're going to let me in for free? That's very cheap. Are you going to make any money doing it for mushrooms? Or are you not doing it for money?
I really want mushrooms.
You just really want mushrooms.
Yeah. And also, Mum, I have 17 mushrooms, so you could take one to go there. I'll give you one.
I don't want to make money. I just really want mushrooms. You don't even like... Stop it, because you're wobbling. Look at that. You don't even like mushrooms.
I do.
You don't eat
I
them.
mean, mushrooms in Minecraft.
Snow says you can be the mushroom queen. She's giving a thumbs up. You can do it under the camera so they can see. You can do it here like this. Oh, yeah. You're so silly. No, you just do... Oh, gosh. Just getting crazy eyebrows now. She learned how to wink the other day. Go to it now. Go sort your computer out. She learned how to wink the other day. She was trying to learn how to wink anyway, weren't you? Because you couldn't do it. And now she's kind of got it. She can wink with one eye. But it's the funniest looking wink. And then we went to the park and it was absolutely packed because it was glorious weather. And there was a thing going on at the park. And she just spent the whole time winking at me. And I was like, these other parents must think, like, what on earth is going on? Because she just, as she was climbing up the slide, she'd just be looking at me, winking at me.
Yeah. And also said, duh.
Duh. That's because you're a sassy pants. Look,
You
Snow
are.
gave you a thumbs up, look. There's a snake going, what? And a thumbs up. But she can, well, when I say one eye, I mean, she can only wink with the left eye. For some reason, she can't shut her right eye on its own. When she tries to shut her other eye on its own, both of them open. Don't they? I mean, both of them close. You know, I'm used to saying stupid things, Snow.
Yeah.
I was waiting more for the yes, winking with one eye. That's normally what I get. I wink better with my left eye than with my right. You're the same, aren't you? You wink with your left eye better than your right. Yeah. Right, go over there so I can finish up if you want me to hang out.
You're finished it, aren't you?
I finished the row. Yeah, I've not finished. I've still got more to do. Do you think this is going to fit on your big head?
Nope.
I don't think
Let's
so
see,
either.
let's see.
We'll have to give it to baby Hayley if not.
Let's
No,
see
don't, because you'll
now.
stretch it.
Looks like a crown.
It does look a bit like a crown. We can always give it to baby Hayley, can't we?
Yeah. Mum, we kind of give like little. So it looks like a crown.
You know, I could just crochet a crown as well.
I want you to make a crown for me.
Okay.
So that could be a crown.
Okay.
That could be the crown.
You want to... I could do it in mushroom colours. Like the red with little yellow with white spots on.
Yeah,
So-
I want a
I could
mushroom
do like
crown.
I could do the band of it like a browny creamy colour. Then red. And then put little white spots on it so it looks like a mushroom. Then you could be the mushroom queen.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a mushroom helmet, guys.
Let me write this down. Mushroom. Stop bouncing on the desk because you won't. Look how much you make the camera wobble.
Mushroom crown.
Mushroom crown. Okay. So we have like this bit cream, this bit red, and then like white little splodges, spots. Stop bouncing on the desk. You're making everything bubble. So there we go. We're going to make a mushroom crown. Cream along the bottom, red top bit there and spikes, and then little white spots all over it. So you can be the mushroom queen. Does that sound good? Okay, right. Let me go and do what you're doing. I'm going to finish up. So that's where I'm going to finish for today. Stop it. We got to row.
Bye, guys.
We did finish the brim. We got to row 5 of the plus stitch beanie. I've got to do 3 more rows. And then we start decreasing. So we'll see how that goes. I'm thinking of a bonnet design now. Yes! Imagine Queen of the Mushrooms. What a title. What a title to hold. But I am going to finish up for today. I've been live like 2 hours 15. So we're going to go and do some stuff in Minecraft. She wants some help with a resource pack. And I want to go make a giant cup of tea. So thank you very much for coming and hanging out with me, Snow. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. There you go. But thank you to everyone who came, and thank you to Perla Girl for the follow and Ada for the host. It was very much appreciated. I will be live again tomorrow, but it won't be this time tomorrow. It will be back to the normal time.
No, we have a kitty cat.
They know we have a cat. It will be back to the normal time of 9:30 in the morning because kiddo is back at school. I'm going to do some more crochet stuff. I don't know whether we're going to finish this, or to be fair, she's probably going to make me start on a mushroom crown. So that may be what I start tomorrow. Oh god. Oh god, there's cats, there's kids. Oh god.
That was a cat going
There's
through.
cats, there's children. Help me. You know what they tell you?
What?
They say on the telly, never work with children or animals.
Why?
Because they're both bonkers. And look what I have to put up with.
Yeah, okay.
But thank you as always for hanging out. If you haven't, make sure you hit the follow button so you know when I go live. I post everything over in Discord and on Twitter. You can follow my Instagram for lots of updates on crafty things. Tomorrow, as I said, I think I want to do some more creative. Do I want to do creative tomorrow, or am I going to play that new game?
New game.
I think I should play that new game tomorrow.
What new game?
I'll show you. It's about a bilby. A little bilby trying to find her children. Looks pretty cute.
Yeah, I'll see that.
So yeah, we'll either do some crochet or game. I was going to play the game, so I'll probably go ahead with that. And then we'll do the mushroom crown for the mushroom queen. But I hope you all have a lovely rest of your day. Yes, it's called... I keep having to check because I keep forgetting the name. A lovely lady got in touch and asked me if I wanted a key. Macrotis, Journey, A Mother's Journey. Help Mother Bilby as she struggles underground to find her children in this magical indie 2.5D puzzle platformer game. Let me put a... Oh. There you go, there's a link for it. Looks really cute. So I was like, hell yeah, I'll play it on stream. It looks lots of fun. So that's what we're going to try tomorrow. That's what we'll do. There you go, I've made my decision. We will play that tomorrow. See how far we can get. I will probably die a lot. Like I died a lot in Ori and the Blind Forest. That was a good game. I'm looking forward to the next one.
And
What?
maybe I died a lot in Maple Story. I don't know.
I die a lot in every game, okay?
Okay, even Maple Story because I remember that game.
Yeah. Mummy dies a lot in every game. Mummy's not very good at games. Mummy likes playing games, but Mummy's not very good at staying alive in games.
Well, sometimes you're.
But that's okay.
Mum, you don't really play Minecraft a lot.
I know, I don't. No.
Should I start to play Minecraft?
Yeah, maybe. Right, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go make a cup of tea.
Mum,
Yes.
I remember how much you hate torches on stairs in Minecraft.
Oh, do you? Okay.
I remembered you saying
Creature looks so
that.
cute. Yeah, Lilac posted something about it. I'm not sure if it's an
Cats.
Shh, Ella, shush. Yeah, I know. I'm not sure if it's an Australian creature. But Lilac tweeted about it. The game. Let me see if I can find her tweet. It could be buried in here somewhere. Oh, here she put. Oh, ever wondered what a bilby is? Apart from adorable, they solve puzzles too. Must look into this for a stream. Hashtag Aussie Bilby. So it must be an Australian creature. I don't know. I've never heard of it. I just thought it looked really cute. But we will play that tomorrow. I'm very excited. Yes, thank you for hanging out. And have a lovely rest of your day. Here's some loves. And some dancing cats. Watch these. Look, watch them. Watch on my screen. Look, kind of dancing cats wearing sunglasses. Do you want to see it
I
again?
can't see them.
Watch that. If I do it like this, they all appear on the watch. They appear on the screen. You ready? Dancing cats. Well, thank you for coming and hanging out. We love your face now. Thank you very much, and I will see everybody tomorrow. Bye bye. You gonna say bye bye?
Bye, Snow.
Yeah, bye bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody, and also Snow.
Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye bye.